I couldn't get Neil deGrasse Tyson, a genius scientist and preeminent scientific voice in the media, to agree that it was ridiculous for Scientific American and The Atlantic to be claiming that separating sports by sex doesn't make sense. Yes, it does. Actually, it makes perfect sense.
Welcome back, Warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. I got Bill Maher today, Warriors. And although Bill Maher is not a conservative by any stretch of the imagination, he's been coming down hard on the Democrat Party. That's what we'll be looking into today on Chat with Me, Linda B. All right, Warriors, you know what to do. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up. Comment, share, subscribe to my channel, select all notifications, stick around to the end. Let's go. All right. Liberal Bill Maher, he comes down on these demon rats very hard, just like Stephen A. Smith does. But these are not MAGA or Trump supporters. I would say they are more common sense liberal. Okay, they are left of center, in my opinion. But Bill Maher, and I've been watching Bill Maher for a couple of decades now, he is talking about how Democrats never really seem to accept the invitation because they know he's more of a common sense, not just going to go along with their BS the way others are, you know, like the people on The View, for example, all those cackling hens just eat up all the plates of BS that the Demon Rat Party can serve up. Bill Maher is going to ask some serious questions. He is not going to they don't want to go on his show.
And she is a Republican Congressman from South Carolina, member of the House Armed Services Committee, who recently announced running for governor in 2026. Very exciting, Nancy Mace. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for being here. I always say that to my Republican friends. I say it every week. The Republicans show up. The Democrats do not. I say it every week. I'm going to say it every week. Stop asking me why the Clintons had never been on the show. They're invited. AOC, all these people, they never come. Ask them. Get on their case. The basic problem we have in America is conservatives think the liberals are insane, and they're not completely wrong. Now, I don't think most liberals are insane, but neither do they make it clear they disapprove of the ones who are, and their cowardice in not marginalizing their own crazies has been their downfall. I couldn't get Neil deGrasse Tyson, a genius scientist and preeminent scientific voice in the media, to agree that it was ridiculous for Scientific American and The Atlantic to be claiming that separating sports by sex doesn't make sense. Yes, it does. Actually, it makes perfect sense. And it's obvious that it does. And there's a lot of stuff like that on the left. And when conservatives see it, they say, I'm sorry, we're just not going to go along with reinventing society, often pointlessly, even if we have to cancel democracy to do it. That's what they're saying. They see gender as only a construct and sex is assigned at birth, and they say, we're not doing that. Transing kids by self-diagnosis with no age limit, no parental notification, and no acknowledgement of social contagion, not doing it. Asylum now covers any reason for anyone to come to America, not doing it. Homelessness is a lifestyle. Natural immunity doesn't count anymore. Whiteness is toxic. Penises in women's prisons. Welcoming the intifada. We're not doing it. And so, folks,
I gotta say, now you gotta admit, the stuff that's coming from the left, it is like somebody is sitting somewhere getting high. I mean, just smoking up everything and saying, you know what? I've come up with an idea. Let's say men can be in women's sports. I mean, literally, they sound like they've been smoking something. They are so high on stupidity and immorality on the left. And I'm not talking about all people on the left. I'm talking about the radical leftists, like these wild and crazy people that are going along with the Antifa, the Intifada, the BLM riots. Yes, we agree Black Lives Matter, but these people who have Black Lives Matter signs don't agree that Black Lives Matter. That's just something that they say to hide what they are really about. And I'm going to do a video on how the Antifa and BLM are the Democrats' new tool, the modern day Ku Klux Klan. You got to watch that video. I'll link it at the end of this one. Don't miss it. But what I will say about Bill Maher is that he is very common sense. He's not a Christian. He will tell you that he is not. There's still hope, Bill. Come all the way over. Because religion is heavily promoted on the right side of the political aisle. Not that everyone is a Christian. We have common sense. We realize that there are biological differences between men and women. Are we going to sit somewhere in a pot corner, smoking meth and everything else, coming up with the most ridiculous ideologies, and that you can be born in the wrong body? These people, you know what, warriors, please pray for them.
If we are ever going to get back to the old America, that's got to be the Democrats' part of the bargain. Stop coming up with radically new and often terrible ideas, and then in the next breath, insist there be no debate about any of it. That if you don't see it right away and go along, you're bad, stupid, and deplorable. As if you were saying, duh, 2 + 2 = 5. Isn't that obvious? Yeah, it's obvious you can't add. You can't just say shit. Math is racist. Queers for Palestine. Looting is cool. Healthy at any weight. If the men's football team played the women's team, it would be a tie. You can't just say shit. I mean, you can, but it doesn't make it true because you're not Harry Potter.
I like Bill, I really do, but it's true. What they just, you can't just say sugar honey iced tea. They can say it, but it doesn't make it true. This man is a woman. He's not, okay? He's got a package, okay? He's got a cucumber, not a donut. All right, are we going to just sit here and go along with stuff? I'm telling you, I think these people are in the back somewhere getting high, saying, I know what we can do. You know what I'm saying? And we are not for drugs. I'm just picking on them because I think they own something. Yeah, they need to stop smoking that stuff.
Smug self-righteousness in the defense of some of the dumbest ideas to ever come down the pike is not a formula that's really working for you. Because here's one thing I can promise every liberal in this country. The Democrats can win every election from now until forever. And the people who now hold the reins of power will not give a shit and will not give it back if they think you're still nutty.
That's what I'm saying, Bill Maher. I would love to have Bill Maher on my show. I don't know how I can make that happen. I'm not a very large platform, not yet. You guys can help me get there by sharing the videos, liking and commenting, and remembering I am on this show live on most Mondays through Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I just want you guys to remember that the left is really about, in a lot of people's opinion, subverting America and the very foundations on which it was built. We were built on Christianity, conservative principles, capitalism, the nuclear definition of family, which is a husband and a wife, and the children. We're built on these things: free markets, limited government. We are a constitutional republic. But there are forces out there in the world. I called them the evil powers that be. The folks in the background, whenever I say that, that's what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. These rich folks that come up with these satanic ideas. And let me just say something about Bill Maher. He needs to be careful because these demons out here don't like it when people speak out against them. They don't like it when someone with a large platform, such as Bill Maher, calls them out on their BS. They don't like that. Okay. You see what has happened to Candace Owens. And then she'll get some of her supporters. She's not doing it, but some of her supporters, feel inclined to get into my comment section when I do a video on her. And I am critical, saying that you better be careful. She's never wrong. Every human being on the planet is wrong sometimes. You idiot. Okay. But Bill Maher, I know you'll never get this video. Maybe you'll by happenstance run across it. Be just very careful because they don't like that on the left, calling out their BS. You see, they don't have the guts or the balls to come on your show because you are going to hold them up and hold them accountable for their nonsense that doesn't make any kind of common sense. We're talking just common sense things. We're not even talking religion right now. We're talking 2 plus 2 does equal 4. It does not equal 5. They're trying to create an alternate reality, a different religion of wokeism. And we're just not falling for it right now. So Bill Maher, they are after people who have common sense and they don't want to be called out. So I suggest that you are careful, but I agree with what you have said. You see, we show up to a debate, those on the conservative side. See, the liberals, in a way, they're not going to show up because, especially to people like yourself, who are not just going to go along like the women on The View with whatever ridiculousness that they push out. And they don't have an answer for it other than they just want to subvert what this nation was actually built upon. They don't want us to be, in my opinion, free. And I want people to see that because when you're not able to give civil discourse and have debate, they don't want you to debate on the left. They call everything hate speech. It's not hate speech. It's just speech that they hate, which is the truth. Or they don't like the nuclear family because they are, in some cases, not all, a death cult. Or they don't like it when people have a lot of babies. They want you to feel like your babies are an inconvenience to your career. They want you to play along and have men and dress up like Disney. They actually had a princess that was not a princess at Disney.
I'm going to help you guys out with your transformation for the day. Are you guys excited? Yeah? Is it guys the first time at the boutique? Are you guys ready? Yeah? Okay, it's smart open. We're going to go this way. Was this your guys' first time at Disneyland? No, you've been here before? Do you come to our kingdom often? No, just every once in a while. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So bring your little statement and I'm going to your testament to get you all dressed up. Is Rapunzel your favorite princess? Yeah, she's one of my favorite princesses too. I love her because she's so strong. She's a great leader too. They're gonna look so cute. Don't forget to make funny faces. We can't see you. Yeah, I'm gonna put 18 more pins in here. And I want them to feel like nothing's there, so let me know if they tickle or feel funny.
This little girl is looking like, Mama, why you got me sitting here with this man in a dress doing my hair, acting like he a woman? If they would have just spoken out and you could hear it. I don't know if you could hear it just as the girls were walking in. You could hear one of the parents go on. See, that's why we need parents that are also sane, raising children. Some of these children, unfortunately, have these woke virus parents that are going along with this foolishness. And I can just feel the little girls' apprehension. Both of the little girls were like, and I wanted one of them to say, so bad, but you're a man. Because sometimes children are very blunt. They don't know necessarily how to be soft with it. They just let it out. But look at this little girl. She is like, Mama, why you got me sitting here with this man acting like he a woman? He in a dress and heels and makeup. This is supposed to be a princess, but this princess has a mustache and an Adam's apple. So we see that the woke left is really not woke. They're just idiotic, satanic. What crazy ideas are they going to come up with next? So Bill Maher, common sense liberal. I don't mind the common sense liberals. I'm certainly not going to agree with him on everything. He's not a Christian. He is for some of the alphabet stuff, I'm sure. But some stuff he is just not for. And he admits that the Democrats, you guys, there's a reason why you're not in power right now. Yeah. And you don't like free speech very much. You got the Antifa, the Antifa out here doxing ICE agents. You guys have some people saying that you are a death cult, that you are a terrorist organization, that you are a criminal enterprise. And yes, I'm talking about the demon rats. You guys tell me what you think in the comments below. Do you feel like Bill Maher needs to be careful because sometimes you'll get backlash when you speak too much truth? Don't call us out as the demons screech in their abysmal, bottomless pits of hell, gnashing their teeth. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to smash the like button, comment, share, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Select all notifications. All be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America, and to march on, warriors.